Hey everyone, welcome to another one of my videos. In this video, I'm going to show you an unbelievable new process that we at AO Group have developed within DocuWare. This new process allows us to index any document, no matter where it comes from, without any human interaction at all. To demonstrate this process, I am going to use a really difficult unstructured bill that is fairly common in South Africa, but maybe also common around the world, which is this bill here from the city of Johannesburg. What we can see is the data is super difficult to get to. So we have the meter number that's here. It's hidden in a big block of text. It's not obvious to any solution looking at this that that is a meter number. The difficulty we have as well is this is the electricity meter number. Further down the page, we have exactly the same text, but this time that's a water meter number. We've got the start readings, we've got the end readings, we've got the meter reading dates and things like that. These are all in blocks of text and not in set locations. They move up and down the document. Sometimes they may not be on this document, other times they will be. There's no fixed structure here to this document at all. What we have developed is a new process whereby we will automatically go and read that information without any human interaction. Let's jump in and take a look. If I go to my Outlook, I can see that I have received an invoice. If I right click on this invoice, you'll see I've got the option here to store in DocuWare. If I choose store invoice to DocuWare, that document is going to automatically store away. I'm going to get a pop-up telling me that the document has been archived successfully, and I also get a note here against the email telling me that this email has been archived in DocuWare. If I wanted to at this point, I could automatically delete this email at this stage. I could move it to a subfolder. I've got a whole host of options that I can do at this stage, as well as just flagging it. If I jump into DocuWare, what I will see is if I refresh my search list, you will see I have a new invoice that has arrived in the system. Everything that arrives in the system comes in completely blank. The system needs to identify it first of all. After it has identified it, it then needs to go and read the data from that document. This all takes place within around 30 seconds of the document coming into the system. So if I was to refresh the data, what we'll see now is all of the information has automatically been pulled from that invoice that we requested to come through. If I double click, the invoice will open up on the right hand side for me. And if I look at the index entries, I can see the data that has been pulled from the invoice. I can see the meter reading numbers it's pulled correctly. I can see the start date and end dates it's pulled correctly. And I can see the start reading and end readings it's also pulled correctly. Now I've not put it into this demonstration, but what I could have done is I could have also pulled in the difference. I could have then run a check to see if the costs or the start reading and the end reading and the difference that we pulled off of the invoice were the same as in fact were on the invoice itself. If we scroll down to the water side of things, I can see on the water side of things, again, it's got the correct VAT number. If I look at the meter number, I can see it's pulled the correct information there. And if we look at the start date and end date, it's pulled the correct information there again. We know it's pulled the correct data because as you can see here, these dates are different to these dates. So we can see here the system and the automated process is reading these invoices with no human input or action necessary to check and to validate that data that's coming into the system. We're now able to, with this data, push it out to any third-party system for in-house processing, or alternatively, we could export this to a CSV file and you would then be able to run validation checks against the data. You could import that data into other softwares as needed. There's a whole host of options that are available here. That's the end of the demonstration. If you'd love us to look at this for yourselves, or if you've got an invoice that you're struggling to get the data from that you would like us to have a look at and you think may be a candidate for this process, please do get in touch. My email address is callum@ao.group. Alternatively, leave a comment under this video and we can get in contact and we can take a look at those invoices for you. Thanks so much for watching.